Hello everyone, I just wanted to give everyone a quick update on the progress of the campaign for the Mystery of Noah's Flood documentary. First of all, thank you so much for those of you who have chipped in to help make this documentary a possibility. You don't know what that means to us. We truly do think this is going to have a powerful impact on society if we can pull it off. Now, we had some people writing in saying that $50,000 seemed like an awfully small budget for a big production. And yes, you are absolutely correct. For those not familiar with production costs, $50,000 is really, it's loose pocket change. It is nothing to spend $1 million on a 1-hour documentary. We're going to produce a 2-hour documentary and a mini-series to go along with that for $50,000 or less. Now, we can do it for less, but for lesser quality. Now, the reason for that is simple. Stephen and I are well practiced in cost efficiency. We will be putting in an incredible amount of our own time into all of this. And as you have all seen, even the weekly television show Genesis Week is produced for incredibly cheap because I do everything. Well, Stephen has incredible skills, software, and equipment to produce Hollywood-quality graphics and animations, of which the biggest cost is time. Quality animations and graphics take incredible amounts of time. So because Stephen is putting in his time for pocket change, this is how and why we will be able to produce quality graphics for such low cost. Now, it's the same for me. I've had years of experience of video production while living in my van. And I already have most of the insanely expensive video equipment, so I'm able to pull off top quality video production, which requires more creativity than expensive equipment. So the biggest expense is time, which I'm putting into the documentary for pocket change. We were really excited to sign on Joshua Katner as our composer, but again, Josh brings incredible technique and skill to the table, and the biggest expense there is time. So because he's putting in his time, essentially for free, obviously that's another huge expense that has been dealt away with. And by the way, the soundtrack for the documentary, including bonus tracks, will be available for purchase when the documentary is finished. So that'll help Josh out in the end. That's where Josh will hopefully get his income out of this. We've also had a huge hand from Luke Steitner of Zine Creations, who has provided technical consultation and even donated some equipment for us to get very specialized aerial filming equipment. So Luke has helped us more than I can explain because he saved us thousands of dollars just in equipment costs. So because of this, we're going to be getting some stunning and dramatic footage that'll make cinematographers sit up and go, how'd they get that shot? And we're going to be in some of the most spectacular spots for these shots. Joggins, Nova Scotia, the mountains of Newfoundland and Labrador, the Rocky Mountains of Alberta, the Cape Breton Highlands, the dinosaur bone beds and badlands of Alberta, and a raft of other places as we take you to see the astonishing evidence of Noah's flood for yourself. Now, we've also got a few location shots signed up, an actual school from the 1800s, a courthouse from the 1800s, and we're trying to get locations for a few other surprises, which I'll keep as surprises, but I'm rather excited about this and really looking forward to it. So, these are some of the ways we'll be able to do what we want for ridiculously cheap. It's not so much cutting corners as it is efficient use of what we already have in time and manpower, skills, and talent. And we appreciate your financial support, and we want to be careful to get its maximum use as we feel we are accountable to God to do this. But even with all of this, this is an expensive venture. There's no getting around that. Stephen will need to build sets for the reenactments, costumes, transportation. That adds up to thousands of dollars just in construction materials really fast like. I'm going to spend probably close to $4,000 just in gas to transit the country to get the shots we need. Now, I don't take motel rooms. I live in my van to save on costs. But you can start to see just how quickly the expenses add up. So $50,000 gets burned up really quickly. So thank you for your support. Also, we are thrilled to mention a new perk that has been added. We're going to have the premiere showing of the finished documentary at the gorgeous, historic, restored Hutchinson State Theater in Hutchinson, Minnesota. Built in 1937 and meticulously restored over 2 years between 2003 and 2005, the marquee and the interior have over 5,400 feet, over 1 mile of neon lights in length. Now, obviously, times and dates will be posted as we complete the documentary, but for a donation of $50 or more, you get VIP seats to the premiere showing of this documentary. I don't know yet if I'll be able to make it to the premiere or not, but I'm certain Stephen will be there, and probably Joshua Katner as well. So we're really excited about that. And yes, if you make more than one donation, we will add up all of your donations so that it would be as if you made one large donation. And thus, say if you made two $50 donations, you would get the perks for the $100 donation. You'd get the autographed special edition Blu-ray copy of the documentary, as well as all of the perks for the lesser donations, like the VIP seats at the premiere showing, if you can get to Minnesota. So we still need your help. We've only got 2 weeks to go now to get to our goal, and the hope is I start my travels and shooting the very first week of June. Now, there's a lot of ways you can help. I realize many of you have already chipped in financially as you could, and thank you. But there's more than just financial help we need. Here's how you can help. Number one, prayer. Both as I complete the script and we sign up locations for shooting, get actors, etc. Even little things like the specialized aerial equipment I was telling you about. Well, parts are now back ordered, and we don't know when those will come in. It could be a month. Well, the equipment has already been ordered, but I need that equipment before I leave in 28 days. So things like that. If you could please pray for us, we value that tremendously. We also need to get the word out. We need to build anticipation for this film. We need thousands of supporters, thousands of likes and shares on the internet. If you have a blog or a YouTube channel, if you could use that to help spread the word and point people to the campaign page, for example, bit.ly/NoahsFlood, or the mysteryofnoahsflood.com page, we would be so grateful. Many of you have mailing lists or post incessantly to Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, yada yada. We would really appreciate it if you just did a shout out for the campaign page, for example. So there's lots and lots of ways that you can help out other than financially. And all of this adds up and helps get this project underway and completed. And then we can, with the Lord's help, make an impact with this important message, along with things that people will not have seen before in any other documentary or film of this kind. So thank you for your support, and God bless.